y'all. I'm Kirstin, and I wanted to do a little short video today working on a few little balance poses. I know balance is one of the things that a lot of folks are working on, and it's a great way to build our strength, to keep us from falling and things like that. But one of the other nice benefits to working on balance poses is that they can also help us not only in our physical balance, but also to help bring a little bit of balance both mentally and emotionally. So I'm really excited to get to do some balance poses with y'all today. A couple of things to keep in mind as we get going. Balance work is easier on a hard surface, hard floor, either with a mat or without a mat rather than a carpet. And the other thing is you probably want to have a chair so that you can stabilize yourself on the chair back, or even like a kitchen counter or a table, something like that, coming to a place where you can easily reach a hand out to stabilize yourself if you need it. Keeping in mind that the most important thing as we're working on balance is to keep ourselves safe and keep from falling. So we'll get started once you've gathered all of your things and get yourself settled. We're going to start in a standing pose of mountain. So bring the feet about hip distance apart, grounding down through the soles of the feet. And then beginning just very slowly to bring joints into line. So knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, drawing up through the crown of the head. If you're comfortable closing your eyes as you stand here, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, find a point to focus on, either on the floor or the wall across from you. And as we move through all of these balance poses, finding that point, that focal point for your drishti, for your gaze, is going to be important to help you maintain your balance. So, coming into our mountain pose, palms either turn to the front or facing your thighs, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Drawing strength up from the ground, belly button back toward the spine, keep a nice strong core engagement. And let's take a couple of cleansing breaths. So inhaling fully, sighing it out. One more like that. Inhaling, sighing out. And just a simple, equal breathing practice as we bring our focus and our awareness to this short practice. We'll begin by inhaling for a count of 4. If that's too much or too little for you, just adjust it as needed. So we'll inhale for that count and then exhale for the same count. Inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Do that a couple more times with your own breath. Releasing that breathing practice, coming back to your natural breath. But keeping your focus on your breath, we're going to move with the breath. So inhaling up, palms together, exhaling down through the center of your body. Imagining that center line that keeps you nice and equal and balanced. Inhaling up, exhaling down through that center line. One more time, inhaling up. This time keep the palms together. We're going to drop all of the fingers except for the index finger. And we're going to inhale up tall and then exhale over to the right. Keeping that left foot grounded. Just creating some length in that left side. Breathing here. Coming up through center and then exhaling over to the left. Just noticing as we shift our weight, even this little amount, how your body accommodates that. feels uncomfortable to have both of your arms overhead, please feel free to keep one hand on the chair back. Let's go back over to the right side one more time. Inhaling up, and then exhaling over to the left. Good, let's release the hands down and just roll the shoulders, starting going forward 2 or 3 times. Nice big circles with the arms, and then reversing direction. Good. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead again. Palms together. Again, drop the fingers except for the index fingers pointed up toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Keeping your core nice and strong and engaged. Shifting the weight onto the balls of your feet, coming into candle flame pose. If this is enough of a challenge for you, just stay here with your weight shifted to the balls of your feet. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can let the heels rise up off of the mat. Again, finding a point to focus on can help keep you sturdy and strong. Because who doesn't want to be sturdy and strong, right? Good, and let's release that. And as we release the hands, we're going to exhale, hinge forward from the hips, coming into a forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you need to. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Just taking hold of opposite elbows if you'd like. And shifting your weight left and right. Not so much that you force yourself off balance, but just challenging your balance a little bit. Good. Bending the knees deeply, drawing the core in for nice strong engagement. We're going to ragdoll roll all the way up. Bringing the shoulders down and back. Now finding that chair or counter or whatever you've got to keep you stable, we're going to begin some one-legged balancing poses. Finding our mountain pose again, bringing joints into line, shoulders over hips, hips over knees. Knees are nice and soft so the joints are not locked. And when you're ready, shifting your weight onto the right foot. So you want your chair on your right side. We'll bend the left leg. And again, if this is enough of a challenge for you, stay right here with your toe on the mat. If you want a little more challenge, bring that knee up to a 45-degree angle. If this feels okay for you and you want even more of a challenge, bring that right hand up. Coming into crane pose. Good, and if that right hand was up, bringing it back to the chair if you'd like, because we're going to move a little bit. Tapping down to the opposite side of the mat. Up, down, straight down, up, opposite side, and up, and one more. Releasing that foot down. Shaking those legs out a little bit. Maybe whole body, whatever feels good. We're going to set up for tree pose on this same side, so we're going to stay on the same side. So again, your hands can be down by your side, or you can keep that hand resting on the chair back. Finding your center, grounding through your feet, shifting your weight onto your right foot, again bending that left knee, opening it up to the side. The sole of that right foot or left foot can be either on the mat with the sole of the foot, that's the body fire I was looking for, sole of the foot either at the ankle, you can bring it up to the calf if that feels okay, or if your range of motion allows, you can bring it to the inside of the thigh. My range of motion does not allow, so I'm going to demonstrate something else. So finding whatever tree pose feels good for you today. A little bit of a challenge, but not so that you feel unsafe. If you want to try releasing that hand from the chair, maybe trying to bring hands to your heart center, or wherever you are, maybe bringing them overhead, together or apart. Wherever you are in tree, working on not letting that right hip jut out, but also engaging your core, so keeping a nice strong core. Let's bring hands back down, turn that knee to the front, and release that. Shake it out again. All right, I'm gonna shift my chair over to the other side so that I can still talk to y'all. If you wanna just turn around and bring your device with you, you do whatever feels good for you. So we're gonna go to the opposite side now. Taking a second to just kind of ground ourselves here. Maybe taking a deep breath, sighing it out in case we built up any tension in the shoulders. And when you're ready, either keeping your hands down by your sides, or if you want to rest a hand already on that chair back, shift your weight to your left foot, bend the right knee. Again, either staying here if this is enough. If you want more, making sure that you've got that core engagement, so you're using core muscles, bringing that right knee up to a 45-degree angle. Again, either staying here, or if you'd like a little more challenge, bringing that left hand up overhead. Coming into crane pose in whatever way feels like a challenge, but not terrifying. All about the yoga should not be terrifying. And if your arm was up, just releasing it down by your side or onto the chair. We're gonna cross over and touch, up, straight down and touch, up, over and touch. And one more. Hold here, and then release. Shaking those legs out. Good. All right. Moving into tree pose on this side. So again, hands either down by your side or on that chair. Feeling nice and strong. Finding your focal point for your drishti. Shifting onto your left foot again. Bending the right knee, this time opening it up to the side. Sole of the foot either at the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. Yogi's choice. And again, your hands, if you'd like a little more challenge, you can release the hands down by your side, or to heart center, or overhead. You can also just try one hand overhead. Wherever you are, engaging your core, drawing the belly button back toward the spine. Working on our core strength helps our balance for sure. And we're going to release the hands, turn the knee to the front, and down. And again, shaking that out. We worked those hips a fair bit. I'm feeling it for sure. So we're going to move down to the mat and do just a little bit of a hip stretch before we do a mini shavasana. I'm turning the chair around because if you are comfortable getting down to the mat from a forward fold, by all means go ahead and do that. If you feel more comfortable, if that's not an easy thing for you, we're going to inhale the arms up, hinge forward from the hips, bending the knees slightly. We'll bring the hands to the seat of the chair, lower down to one knee and then the other, feet out to one side and lowering all the way down. I'm going to turn sideways on my mat and I'm going to move this chair out of the way, maybe. I'm going to move sideways just so you can see me a little bit better. So working on our core strength as we move down, slowly lowering ourselves. You can take hold of the backs of the thighs if you want. Lowering all the way down. Keeping the knees up. Let's first just draw the knees into the chest. A little bit of a Apanasana. And then we'll bring the left foot down, cross the right ankle onto the left knee, coming into a figure four. If this is enough of a stretch, stay here. If you want a little bit more, a little bit deeper, you can bring that left knee up, grab hold of behind the hamstring, the back of the thigh, or you can take hold of the front of the shin, avoiding putting pressure on that knee joint. Opening that right knee up toward, I guess it's kind of toward the ceiling, but it's more toward the back wall. Finding a place that gives a good stretch to that hip that we were just, the hips that we were working. And releasing that down. Let's just let the knees kind of windshield wiper back and forth a little bit. Very gently. Not a big movement. And we'll switch sides. So cross the left ankle onto the right knee. Again, either staying here or bringing that right leg up, reaching behind the right thigh or in front of the right calf. Shin. There we go. That's it. And allowing that release in that hip that we worked. And then letting that right foot gently come back to the mat. Left foot joins it. You can windshield wiper the legs. You can draw them back into the chest if you'd like, if that felt good. Taking one last little, whatever feels good for you. And then we'll extend the legs out long. Arms overhead, maybe hitting the back of the couch. Stretch. And then releasing the hands down by the side. Just take a short Shavasana, letting our bodies process a little bit of that balance work that we did. So let's take a big breath, sighing it all out. Paying attention to that center line in your body, focusing on that place of feeling balanced and strong. Knowing that you hold that at all times. Letting it give you not only physical balance and strength, but mental and emotional and spiritual as well. Feeling completely supported by the ground. Relaxing here. If you'd like to stay here a little while longer, please do. Whenever you're ready to come out of this, very gently begin to wiggle fingers and toes, moving slowly. Bringing the knees up, letting the head go side to side. And then rolling over onto your side. Taking a moment with your top hand pressing into the mat to come back to a seated position. Take one little cleansing breath together, inhaling, hands up, palms together. Down to your heart. I miss you all, and I'm grateful to be able to practice with you online. I wish you well. I hope everyone's staying healthy and strong and balanced. Namaste.